And welcome to the new normal. Sorry for being a little bit late today, you guys. We're running crazy over at Nana's house. We're in Arkansas. It's a hot, hot summer. There's all kinds of crazy things going on. And Johnny is going to school us on yield farming and staking and earning interest. So we're all going to get a great education today. I personally do not exactly know the difference. So I'm going to be listening and taking notes as well. So you guys give us a like, share this video. Let's get some more crypto education out there. And we'll jump right in to all this great information. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us today, Johnny. We definitely need your help because I was good on staking and earning interest. I feel like I kind of knew the difference of that. But then once you brought in yield farming, I'm lost, like we're all in tall grass. So I don't even know. I'm not even sure where to start on all that, but I think it is a great topic. DeFi seems to be a hot topic in crypto. And as we move into this new reality of our world of finance, I think it's a great idea to give everybody all the education and these options. So
yeah.
Where should we start? Teacher.
Awesome. Well, thanks for having me on. Good to see everybody. We missed last week, so I think it was the week before we were on last. So yeah, good topic for today. I think we said interest versus staking versus like yield farming, and what are the difference. So let's just start with saying yield farming and the term liquidity mining are interchangeable. So that's kind of like, that's the same thing, yield farming or liquidity mining, if you hear either of those terms. So just think.
I don't know what either one of those means.
Okay, we'll get into this. Okay, so this is DeFi. Okay, so first, let's go back to basics. Okay, we have our earning interest on our crypto. Okay, and we typically do this just like a bank pays us interest. We do this through these quote unquote crypto banks. Okay. And they would be like, my favorite personally is Voyager. Voyager also sells you crypto, so you could buy and sell, and they pay you interest. So I like Voyager the best. Celsius, another good one. Abra. Some people like BlockFi. These are centralized companies, and they need the liquidity, and they're lending the crypto back out. So they're asking for deposits, and they're paying us for those deposits. This is, I always say this is really cool because it turns the financial system around. Normally, the banks have the money, the governments have the money, the central banks have the money, the Federal Reserve has the money. This flips it around where it says, hey, the community has the money. The crypto people themselves have the money, the people that were marketing these networks, the miners, the people that have been buying this stuff, right? So a lot of people say, well, not your keys, not your coins, right? Mm-hmm. This is what we always hear. People say, Johnny, how could you talk about doing this stuff? What I'm saying is, if you were to sell some crypto, don't do that. Utilize something like this instead, okay? Because I personally was like, well, gee, when crypto goes up, maybe I buy some real estate, maybe I can buy a property and have that be like another investment with my crypto gains. And then the more I thought about it, I was like, with everything that happened with I don't want to say the word, everything the last year or so that happened when the government stepping in and saying, people don't have to pay rents and this and that. I just started thinking about it like property seems like a real nightmare. There's no guarantee the people are going to pay. So I just started thinking about it. Well, I think you're a lot more likely to get paid from Voyager or Celsius than you are if you bought a property and you rented it to some random stranger. I think Voyager and Celsius and Aber and these companies like that manage their risk better than most people that just work and are paying rent. So that was my first line of thinking. Don't
still legally own your crypto. They're just holding it.
You're letting them hold it and lend it out. You still legally own it, so you're still getting all the gains if it goes up. You still legally have, and you still have legal title to that crypto, which is important. So you still have legal title to it, and you still own it. Obviously, I don't even want to say the word too, because about taxes, but you don't have to, if you don't do a sale, in theory, you don't have to.
Okay, good point.
So that's another reason I like that. Okay, so that's getting interest through centralized apps, and don't look at it as such a bad thing. Look at it as, this is just, if you were going to sell some crypto, you were going to sell your crypto, you don't hold the private keys anymore anyways. So we always say sell into what, Lisa? Sell into what? Right. I would never want to sell Bitcoin or Litecoin and stare at money in a bank account. That seems to me to be like torture. That doesn't seem.
We know it's going to lose. Well, fiat has lost 20% in this last year.
To me, I like getting out of that system. I don't want to be going back into it. And whatever I look at it, one Bitcoin's one Bitcoin, one Litecoin is one Litecoin. And that's why I'm big on talking about the ratios back and forth. I don't focus on US dollar price. They can manipulate US dollar price. It's hard for them to manipulate the ratios of crypto to crypto.
Okay.
That's more true. So that's why I focus on that. And they manipulate the US dollar price. Okay, so we have collecting interest in centralized exchanges or lending apps. Then we have staking. Okay. So a lot of people get confused because they say, well, staking and collecting interest, isn't that the same thing? And it's staking, you get a reward or you get interest for staking certain cryptos, but you can collect interest on cryptos that you can't stake. For example, Bitcoin and Litecoin, you can collect interest on them all day long. They're not staking coins. You can't stake those and get paid to stake. So staking coins would be like, a lot of you guys stake Theta. Now you can stake Theta Fuel. Right. Algorand, I'm actually staking a little bit of Algorand, a little bit of Cosmos. Those are two staking coins that I like. So staking, you're holding the private keys, which is cool, and you're getting paid to validate that net. That's the consensus mechanism. Instead of proof of work mining, they're using proof of stake consensus mechanism. And by pledging some of your crypto as collateral, you're getting paid a reward. Cool thing about staking versus collecting interest. Staking, you're holding the private keys.
So that is in your possession. On some of the staking, you can get yourself in a position where it's in a contract for X number of days, right? Where you have to wait so many days for it to unstake too,
Most
right?
Cryptos are like that. Algorand, you're totally liquid, meaning you're staking, but you can send a transaction out of the wallet or do whatever you need. There's no lockup period while you're staking, which is pretty interesting with that crypto. But so that's, sometimes the crypto will be locked up, but again, it's locked up through a smart contract. It's not being locked up in a centralized manner. So that's staking. And I say we'll try to do a combo maybe of interest and staking. That way you're not doing totally one versus the other. And then we get into this yield farming, or this liquidity mining, right? This is DeFi. So this is, have you heard of like, we've talked about on the show, like wrapped Bitcoin, wrapped Litecoin, and you wrap your Litecoin or Bitcoin and you bring it over to a different blockchain. We would say, well, why would you want to do that? Why would you want to do that? What would be the point of doing that? So the point is that then you can engage in DeFi on that blockchain, on that network. So, you know, this went live recently with WAN chain, with Litecoin, through this WAN swap thing that was said. We talked about this.
Yeah, we've talked about it
in the last show. So there's this WAN bridge that you would utilize, and you could take your Litecoin, and through this WAN bridge, it does an atomic swap, and you could turn it into wrapped Litecoin. And through the WAN bridge, that you can wrap your Litecoin on WAN chain, on Ethereum, or on I think on one other network. I got to check what it is, but definitely WAN chain and definitely Ethereum. So then you get like a kind of like, I guess, like a synthetic representation in a sense on that blockchain of Litecoin. All right. So you basically teleported Litecoin and took it into another blockchain. And then now you can engage in DeFi. So this yield farming, you're providing liquidity to these pools, these liquidity pools, right? And then you're getting paid on the transaction fees.
On the new chain.
It's not really a new chain. It's just these decentralized finance protocols and different things that are going on. So this is all done. Obviously, what powers it is transactions. So then you're making a piece of all those transactions. So kind of as a payment processor, it was interesting because I said, well, being a payment processor, the whole business is you set up a gateway or software program, and then you're a piece of all the transaction fees that come in. In a sense, you're doing this in the decentralized ecosystem. Will it really take off to the masses? To be determined, but it's something cool to like at least know about and learn about.
So question, why wouldn't I just take my Litecoin and buy one chain coin and use that to validate those and like stake or whatever on one chain and earn the or validate the things and earn the interest that way? Why would I leave it in? What's the benefit of leaving it in Litecoin?
Well, no, so you would the benefit of this, you're saying what's the benefit of using Litecoin versus just buying like one chain?
Whatever. Yeah.
Well, so they're different pools. So I guess in theory not in theory, if you want to provide liquidity to like the Litecoin pool through like what they call like WAN swap or whatever.
Okay, so WAN swap has
there's different pools. Yeah.
And so we bring our Litecoin. So there is a Litecoin pool. So they need
there's a Litecoin pool in there. Yeah. Okay. Actually, you can pull it up on your screen. Why don't you pull it up go to wanswap.finance. Now, again, guys, I'm not advocating this DeFi over anything else. It's just what I've used because it integrated Litecoin. I didn't get into using Uniswap and Sushi Swap and Pancake Swap and that stuff that runs on Ethereum because I don't have much Ethereum. The little Ethereum I have, I don't want to I don't want to, their transaction fees were really high. I didn't want to waste it and be testing out. So I said, well, Litecoin's perfect to start testing this stuff out with because the transaction fees are low. One chain, the transaction fees are super low. So again, this is perfect just to like test this stuff out. So, all right, this is okay. So now, Lisa, if you click on farming tab up there, okay. So these are the pools, right? So now if you scroll down to the scroll down all the way to the bottom. Okay, so if you see right now in the Litecoin pool down there, see at the bottom it says WASP/WAN LTC.
WASPs, yes. Mm-hmm.
So there's $45,924 in total deposited in that pool. It's paying a annual percentage yield of 90.73% right now. Now, as more money goes into it, that APY will go down.
Look at that.
And it's not paying you Litecoin. It's paying. So how you do this? You gotta convert your Litecoin into this WAN Litecoin. Okay, that's wrapped Litecoin. Then you can swap some WAN Litecoin for this WASP token. Okay, that's like the governance token of this ecosystem. And then you deposit an equal amount of WASP and wrapped Litecoin. And then you own a percentage of the pool. And then you're getting paid on all those fees and all that.
You deposit an equal amount of WASP and the WAN LTC into this pool. Yep. And then you will be making this 90%.
Exactly.
On the amount that you.
Wow. Yeah.
Boy.
So I tested it out with a few Litecoins. I found some Litecoins, which I'll actually talk to everybody about that. I did a video about it, how I think everybody out there might have some missing Litecoin potentially, and we'll help everyone find it. So I actually found some missing Litecoin. It was actually like about a dozen Litecoins I found. And I said, like, I'm not a rich guy. For me to find a dozen Litecoins, this was like, what a weekend. It was like, like Litecoins from the heavens came to me. I was pumped. So I said, well, I can use, since I forgot about these Litecoins, I didn't find them. I just kind of forgot about them. Since I forgot about them, I can use them to test out some stuff like this. So, so then once you deposit in, you use something called WANmask, which if you guys have heard of like MetaMask, WANmask is like similar to MetaMask. And then you're connecting through that. That's what's holding like your wrapped Litecoin and all that. And then actually if you go up to the top, scroll back up, Lisa. And then if you go to pool over there, click on pool. Right now your liquidity, it just says add liquidity. If you had on the top right where it says next to WASP, see it says connect. Mm-hmm. If you had WANmask connected and had that in your browser, you could connect that. Then it would show you how much percent of whatever pools that you owned.
Okay.
So right now I own like a little more. I own a little over 1% of that Litecoin pool.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so it's just cool. It's just something that's different, and it's just another thing. I'm not advising people to put all their Litecoin in this.
Right. None of this is financial advice.
Definitely not financial advice. I'm just telling everybody, play around with some of this stuff, guys.
Wow.
While crypto is low. And I did a video the other day. I said, get off your ass and do something. Stop staring at the charts, right? Yep. Prices are low now. Now's your time to act. Set up new exchanges, right? Why should you set up new exchanges? First of all, we got my Voyager link, Lisa, which I know you have in the thing.
Yes.
Set up Voyager.
It's
in don't use it.
It's in the description, and I also posted it in the chat. Yep. And here's the
set up through my link, guys. You guys get $25, okay? and it's just another great way to buy and sell crypto. Set up Binance US or some other exchanges. Set up some wallets. Maybe you haven't tried a wallet out yet, and you say, you know what, all my crypto's in Coinbase. I want to try some staking in Exodus or Atomic Wallet. Guys, now's the time to do it. When the market's running, people are busy. You know what I mean? So it's people are busy. So if you're going to go to help from people, they're busier. The market's running. A lot of times too, a lot of exchanges and stuff, they freeze the signups when the market runs, right? You can't get in. It's kind of like, hey, if you are in, you're in. If not, sorry, private club kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Lisa's going over the interest. So right now, guys, you can collect 9% on dollars. And you only got to hold $100 in there to do it. You can collect 5.75% on Bitcoin, 12% on Polkadot,
5.5 on Litecoin. And you only have to hold 2 Litecoin in there to do that.
That's it.
That's pretty cool.
And it's another way too to maybe normies that aren't into crypto. Say, why don't you just collect 9% on your precious dollars then, if that's what you worship so much. And
then you're only losing half your purchasing power every year.
You know, might as well give yourself a fighting chance.
Yeah. Yeah. Great point.
So yes. So yeah, definitely now's your time to do some of this stuff. As far as staking goes, Atomic Wallet is paying the best staking rates. Hands down. Not for every crypto, but on average, they're paying more. Like Algorand, they're paying 7.2%. Then Exodus is paying 5.5%. Cosmos, they're paying 10%. Other wallets are paying like 7 or 8.
When we're talking about one of the points on earning interest, staking, and yield farming, we talked about, in earning interest, they're holding, who has custody. Earning interest, the bank, the crypto bank has custody. Staking, you have custody. In yield farming, who has custody of your keys, of your private keys?
I mean, yield farming, you do too, because MetaMask or MetaMask is, you have the private keys.
You have the private keys.
That controls everything. Now it is obviously, it's in some type of smart contract. It's wrapped. It's in decentralized finance land. So would this be as easy to recover for, like, say something happened to you and your loved one said, oh my God, my husband or wife is yield farming. What do I do? It's going to be a lot easier to look at an Exodus private key and recover the wallet versus like yield farming or something like that. But again, that's the idea of DeFi. DeFi is decentralized finance. The users control. Now, I'm not for or against DeFi. Okay. I'm just saying I just tested it out because it had a Litecoin integration. And in fairness to people that I help, if I'm Litecoin tech support and I don't know how to do stuff that involves Litecoin, I'm not really Litecoin tech support anymore. So I got to kind of like at least try to know what I'm doing. So that's why I tested it out. My favorite, honestly, is even though I guess my favorite probably is just collecting your interest in even though I wouldn't say to do it on a lot of crypto, is just to collect the interest in like an Abra or like a Voyager. It's easy. You're kind of pretty liquid and pays you every day. It's straightforward. I do like staking a real lot too. I'm more bullish, obviously, on Bitcoin and Litecoin than I am on these staking coins. Everything else in crypto, I personally have a real question mark on. Now, I don't want to go one way or the other with it. I want to be totally open-minded. I just know what I've seen with my own eyes, and that's always my baseline. What I've seen is I worked in the credit card payments business. I can assure you there's tons of fraud that they do not want anybody to know about out there. There's tons of fraud that is getting covered up. I'm as sure as I'm born that that's existing because I've seen it with my own eyes. It's a tidal wave of fraud. It can't be stopped, right? Mm-hmm. So I said, wow, that's a huge problem. And the money they needed to fix the way payments were sent. You can't send the credit card payment system isn't designed for the internet. It's honestly designed to run through more like analog communication. It was designed not for the internet. It was designed in the 50s. It was not designed for the internet. So you send the Bitcoin was an invention of they solved the double spend problem. They figured out the way to send money from point A to point B on the internet with no third party in the middle. Hence, this meant transactions were final. So I said to myself, well, that is a huge problem working in payments because there's these chargebacks that exist. Mm-hmm. Guys, I just had somebody tell me today about a situation. Their account got shut down out of the blue. And not to mention, can they not process a payment? The processor took from them $25,000 in five $5,000 increments. This doesn't surprise me. This is just something that happens. And it's kind of bad I do this when this happens or people tell me about this. I kind of tell people, this is why I do what I do. Look up why I do the Johnny Litecoin stuff. It's because of these very situations. Your money's never your money. The current payment system is not your friend. There's no protection. You're guilty until proven innocent. You're usually just guilty on top of guilty on top of guilty. They have their own rules. The rules are outside of the governments in which they operate in. They totally...
And they're judge, jury, and executioner. Yeah. And you have... Yeah.
And what I find wild to me, we hear about the medical industrial complex, the military industrial complex. We never hear about the banking industrial complex. I think I'm the only person that's ever used that word. I know why we don't hear about it. That's the head of it all. That rules it all. The banking industrial complex. That's it. So I know.
I just heard a quick story that Toyota is. How did they say it? They're cutting off support, or
somebody that doesn't support Biden, they're not gonna.
Yeah, if you're not, they're not going to continue their contracts with anybody that doesn't support what Biden's doing. And it's just like these big corporate monsters, that are running the world, and we don't realize how little of say that we really have in things.
They're the complete enemy. I hate corporate America with a passion. That's also why I do what I do. Mm-hmm. It's why I got into the credit card business in the first place, because it was kind of like your own business. So I said, well, I broke off of the man. I said, I'm not a boss. It's my own business. Mm-hmm. And then I said, well, I got really pissed at the banks and everything because of everything they were covering up and who they decide to target. And obviously, as we know on this channel, they never go after the bad people. No. If anything, they target the good people. So I said, my God, I hate these people's freaking guts, right? And one day I was saying something to somebody and they said, I won't name the bank, but they said, what is it, you versus this bank? Come on. And I said, I'll work for free to take these people down if I have to. I said, and I'm not necessarily, I don't look at it anymore as taking them down. I look at it as I just focus my energy on this new system for free. You know what? Beat that bank. Beat that. You have some shit employees that you treat like shit. You make them do stuff they don't want. You make them virtue signal. You lie to the public. Johnny Litecoin is out working for freaking free on a decentralized network. How do I work for free? I make my money from the banking system because people still want to use it. So people still want to use it. I was set up where I was making money from it. I wish people didn't use it anymore. And it actually took down everything I kind of did. And it went into this decentralized world. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing with crypto. It's just that people are so spoiled that it's hard to bring people. The problem is people, every day that goes on, people get more spoiled. Things are easier. And they're getting more soft. America's getting soft.
Well, we're dependent. We're like drug addicts, and the drug is the system. And we were talking, driving back. We had to get some work done on Mom's car, and we're driving back, and it's that thing where like the way that it's all set up and structured is that you either have to make such a break, like you either have to go live off grid and homeschool your children and grow your own food and break from society, because there's no halfway in and halfway out. I mean, it's really they have everything so controlled, and it's really frustrating. And I think that what you're doing and what people are doing with cryptocurrency is that positive, peaceful way of opting out and saying, you know what, we're not going to do something negative, and we're not going to give that thing our energy. We're going to build something positive over here.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Make them obsolete. You know what I mean? And so I think that that kind of positive energy and focus is what we can do for the future. Since I know you don't like mentioning certain bank names, but I think this is pretty significant. And I think this is something I want to bring up on my channel to make sure that all of our community knows what's going on. If they hadn't heard this, I have lots of banks that follow me on Twitter. So
Stagecoach one.
Yeah, the Stagecoach one shut down all of their personal lines of credit for their clients or customers today. And this comes on the heels of, there was a leak for a report that's coming out July 13th from the Labor Department, talking about that I believe it's the prices of everything are going to have proved to have doubled or something like this. So I think that the banks are paranoid. Mom's writing BLS. I don't know what that means. Excuse. Sorry. The Bureau of Labor and Statistics.
Oh, Bureau of Labor and Statistics. This to me is interesting because why would they not? They want us in debt, obviously. So why would they shut down our personal lines of credit now? As well as the good guys? I mean, you would say maybe they don't want their customers in debt, and I don't know, right? I don't know. Now, it just seems weird to me because, no, I don't think they're the good guys. I was just kind of joking, but it just seems strange because why would they not want their people to be in debt? Obviously, that's what they want. Debt is money in this system that we're in.
Unless they think everyone's going to default on it.
I did hear that heavy man from the Bank of International Settlements yesterday. I think you tweeted it, and he was talking about they get full control with the CBDCs. And thing is with that, they're going to have a timer on the money and everything. So one important thing is us as the Bitcoin community, we're seen as the enemy by most people because they want their cash. And I tell people, We're fighting for your cash. This is what you don't get. They're going to digital stuff regardless of what you like, right? So I tell people, unless you want to be fucking closed, sorry, I'm just so passionate about this. You want to be so closed-minded your whole life. Open up your freaking eyes. Open up your mind to this stuff, right? And we're not the enemy as the Bitcoin community. We're fighting for you to have cash still. We want you to have cash. Paper cash is great. It's private money, home run. We just know that they want to get rid of it, and they want to give you this money that they can manipulate the interest rates with. They can control where you spend it. They can put a timer on the money.
And that is what they did in China. They gave them their CBDC and the yen, the digital yen, and because the economy, because people were saving it, they put like a Kohl's Cash thing. It expires after so many, so it forced people to spend it to prop up, to create more fake economy for people, and that's what they're threatening and talking about doing for us as well. Yeah,
it's somebody asked me if I see the markets crashing on July 13th. So I'm in the belief now that they have total control over the markets, 100%. It's totally manipulated. The system did fail September of 2019. Big Swear, kudos to him. He had it pegged to the week. He had the exact week it was going to happen way in advance. The system failed then. Okay? Coincidentally, a few months later, we were all in masks, right? And all those problems went away. They rewrote everything behind the scenes. They printed tons of money. Now there's like the opposite repo problem than there was then. It's like the complete opposite going on right now. They have total control of us. I totally changed my line of thinking from before this happened because they had everyone in a mask for the last year. It's kind of like enough said with that. Society gave in. People are so weak, so they control the markets with the news. Mm-hmm. And we saw it with crypto. Elon Musk. Who do you think this guy is? I told people, you think this guy's real? You think Tesla just became Tesla because he's this really smart guy? They have the invisible hand helping them. They're being pushed along by the powers to be. He went on TV for several key sets of agenda, right? I think part of the reason is he's probably going to release some type of mining equipment or with his battery power, and part of it is that, but several key sets of agenda of whoever. And you don't see the people you see on TV are on there for a reason. They're not
put in those positions too a lot by these three-letter agencies. There's a guy I recently found on YouTube, and he has like 1.5 million followers, and he's brilliant, named Mark Dice. And he had did a video about this huge meeting that happens every year that is basically the Project Mockingbird meeting, and it's all these big media, Google, Facebook, all these, and magically the three-letter agencies all attend as well. Now, why do they need it? And it's all about managing the narrative. Sure. And that happens every year in July in Idaho. Where was Zuck just surfing? On a lake in Idaho. Wake up, it's in our face. I mean, they put it in our face.
It's all in our face. So it's but I feel like
Idaho.
We have to get the word out there, though, that
maybe it was Utah.
We're not anti-cash. We're really pro-cash. I think the more helpful we are as here's the thing. The Bitcoin community in crypto community is so much smarter than the regular public on average, right? And it's not just that we figured out to buy crypto. It's that we've been more like, we got more advanced with tech than most people. Even using two-factor authentication, some simple tip like that most people don't know about. And Lisa, you're doing this whole bet on Main Street thing, which is awesome. So I always had a big thing, right? And because I hated wearing a mask and I wanted to, but I always said, I'm going to do it and be the biggest gentleman I can, right? And the most sweetest person possible. Tip big, be nice. Don't give anyone an attitude, because then it's like these people not wearing the masks are the nicest people. The other people are the assholes, the ones that are coming in, eight vaccines and 10 masks. They're the ones that are the assholes. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, but also it's not just monetary help, lending some tech help, just by helping tell a local business about, hey, why don't you help secure your email through two-factor authentication? Because I heard a lot of business owners are getting targeted. Their identities are getting stolen. Hey, why don't you set up Credit Karma so you can monitor your credit and check it out? Just help them with stuff like that. And they might say, well, how do you know about this? So I got really involved in Bitcoin and in Litecoin and cryptocurrency. I had to learn a lot of this stuff. People usually laugh right in your face. And I live in New Jersey, right? New Jersey people are really nasty and mean, right? So the rest
of the people I've met, I love the Jersey people.
But generally, a lot of people you meet, they'll, you say, how could people say this to people? Like, my God. So people are just naturally nasty. So usually people, if you mention crypto, they'll laugh right in your face and they'll say it's like this big joke kind of thing. But if you seem very professional, you know what you're talking about, you took the kind of like the high road. And then they're almost like, well, you have this knowledge and you didn't throw crypto stuff down their face. You had knowledge of general concepts more than them. How? And then I do it in my business. Like I've sold stuff online. People are like, how do you know about selling online? My credit card guy doesn't know about that. I say, oh, through the crypto stuff. I've been involved with selling some stuff through Twitter and helping people set up Shopify sites. So we can, by spreading that knowledge, people will say, gee, these crypto people aren't the enemy. Bitcoin's not the enemy. I tell people, Bitcoin's patriotic. It's not that we're anti-cash. We're just anti what the people behind the Federal Reserve are doing to the monetary supply. We know what's coming in the end. So that's it, guys. Just let people see that, and that'll go a really long way. Don't hit people with the crypto tech stuff. And
well, I think doing that, I mean, when we were in South Dakota, we met this really amazing bartender, and she told us her story, and we really liked her. And so we gave her a big tip, and I left one of my seed cards that Kat created, the Litecoin seed card, and I wrote her a little nice note on the back, and we did the hashtag bet on Main Street, and we left her the Litecoin seed card, and told her buy Bitcoin, buy Litecoin. And I think that's one of the coolest things. And you guys know, especially in our community, one of the coolest things about crypto is that we are building this community, and together we are stronger and more. And so in any other, business or business model, there's competition. And if somebody else moves in and is selling cars down the street from you, all of a sudden your competition's, cut in half or whatever, or you're doubled, and instead in crypto, the more people we bring in, it just builds crypto stronger and makes the community stronger. We, get rid of the bankster. We bring more power, more purchasing power, more energy, more strength into crypto and into sovereignty. And I think that idea of sovereignty, and then with that, them understanding why sovereignty is so important, and then them being able to apply that to their life in other ways as well. And I think it just strengthens the community in so many ways.
Yeah. It's you know, and you got to be ready to tell people why Bitcoin is needed. You can't go into the tech stuff or different stuff. People don't know about money. They don't know what we know. They don't understand the dollar is not backed by gold. They're not thinking about all this stuff. So you have to be ready to absorb it. And when they're ready to absorb it, you got to go in for the kill. And you got to have a quick like elevator pitch ready that kind of like gives it to them. So like we were today I was showcasing, that's why I was late, because I was out demoing some point of sale equipment, and something came up about cryptocurrency, and we joked around and said, if you want to take crypto, we'll take it. And the guy said, started, he said, it's too volatile, this and that, yada, yada, yada. And somehow it came up that he had some crypto in an exchange that he couldn't figure out how to get out. And could we help him recover it? I asked him a few questions, and I said, sure, we can you get it. And he goes, I just want to get rid of it and send it to my bank. And he just wanted to send it to his bank. So he wasn't ready at that point. And he said, I'll give you 20% of whatever you can help me get out.
Yeah.
I said, awesome. I said, whatever you want to do with it. I said, first, we'll help you send it to a private wallet. This and that. He goes, no, I just want to cash it. I just want to cash it out. So you could. I said, we got to send it to the private wallet first. I said, probably advise you not to cash it out. I said, whatever you give me, I would keep. I said, the only reason we're here in front of you investing in these systems, we don't want US dollar in our bank accounts. So instead of just only getting crypto, I invest in these point of sale systems. I don't want any dollars in my bank. He looked at me and said, why? And I said, well, we're the payments people, right? I said, the payment system's broken. The monetary system's broken. And then Greg that was with me said, do you know what a chargeback is? And he said, yeah. And we said, well, crypto, that's the whole point. It was this invention. And to him, he's in business.
Right.
So that kind of was a little light bulb in his mind of aha. And we didn't go too deep with them because that was the light bulb where he was at least like his aha moment. And we
solved the problem.
It solved the problem. And I went in quick with I said, now's my chance to kind of let them know what this is and the what and the why. And so then I don't think now he's going to want to cash it all out.
Well, now you've got to tell him about Voyager and Wand Chain, Wand Swap, and tell him to put it in there.
Yeah. So it's do something with it. So it's do something.
Interesting stuff. Well, I'm just think there's a lot going on. I want everybody to, be safe and just really use your head and, look into these options that we're bringing for you. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, of course.
My DM's open too, guys, on Twitter. Nope, that's what I'm here for, doing Litecoin tech support stuff. Ask me any question. My help is free. So I always say, if you just need help on the Litecoin network and sending transactions around, help you for free. How do I get compensated? Usually people need to set up a new app or exchange to buy, and I'll send them a link. So I make a few bucks from that. And then, like I said, I'm just happy to give back. And I make the money from the regular payments and banking world because people still want to use that stuff. So that's the world I'm in. And I donate my time to helping people with Litecoin. And I like to be a thorn in the side of the bad guys. So it's
Good karma is going to be your payback. That's going to be it for sure.
Exactly.
Making this world a better place.
Or if not, it's, you know what? I look at it as what other crypto has someone like me that's like a true, like I look at myself as like the police of the network. I don't work for any company that I have allegiance to. It's to the Litecoin network. I got so fed up with everybody. I said, aha, you want to, I'm aligned with Litecoin, right? That's decentralized. I'm not aligned with anything centralized. So that's my software. That's my thing. So that's, you know what? That's my fire that keeps me going. Clint Westwood. He just put a fire in the.
I love your videos, Johnny. I look forward to it. I hope you have a fired up moment every week. I want to jump over to Pills really quick and make sure that I do the scratch off. If you guys aren't already following, if you're not on Pilled.net, make sure you get on Pilled.net and the Foxhole app, or the Foxhole.app. I think is how you go to that one.
Tell everybody, Lisa, because I was confused. You got to go through Pilled.net to click on the link for Get Foxhole app, correct?
Okay, that's how you get it. And then you can get a shortcut from the Foxhole app and put it on your phone so that you have a shortcut. But you get these little gold pills for watching and you can give them. And then if you're watching over there, and then My Buddy Methods, there's a bunch of really great patriots. This is all Robert Beatles is over there. There's a bunch of great people over there that are on the, and then I can release this lotto ticket. And then if you're over there watching, it'll start populating. It puts a little lotto ticket up and you scratch it off and you get gold pills for watching. And thank you guys to all of you that have donated gold pills to my channel. That was really awesome. So I love that as well. More ways to support the channel. So I love it. I love it. You guys are awesome. We're going to get through this thing. And I want to go figure out that wand chain thing. I think that's what I want to go do. I'm like, okay, which wallet did I bring with me to Mom's?
It's just cool to mess around with because you just feel like you figured out stuff, and it's just like, you know what, I figured some stuff out, and it's just like you feel accomplished when you're done.
Well, and 90% interest. Good Lord.
Ask me questions, guys, because I was on a few parts of it. I was scratching my head. I was in Telegram asking questions. Then I had scammers after me because I looked like a dummy because I'm asking dumb questions. And then, so Telegram is a haven for scammers, guys. Watch out in there. That's, you know, they're in there like sharks trying to get you.
We had Big Shark Day yesterday. So next week is Shark Week. So good stuff. All right, you guys, we will see you tomorrow on Happy Hour with my buddy Clint Westwood. And you guys make sure to be safe and love one another. Take care.
Yes. Later, guys.